Brad Wright here, smallgroupsrock.com, on location at a small group event being held tonight in the preparation stages. Tonight I want to talk about the physical setting of the small group meeting, so it's an excellent opportunity to discuss that as we see how the physical setting here is made up. If you take a look around, you want to make sure that you have adequate parking. Now, usually any parking is adequate, but if you've only got 2 spaces and the road is full at your condominium, then that's probably not the right host location. Typically, you don't want to leave garbage out. In fact, I'm starting to question this location. This location is a little sketchy. Certainly, they've got a construction environment at the front door. That's not what you want to do. You want to have no trip hazards. You want it to be inviting, not everything thrown all over the place. In fact, as I understand it, you have to enter through the garage. This is not a good situation. People could be very disoriented at this. But as we come into the house, it is a little more inviting. Let's see what's going on here. There are refreshments, cold drinks put out in advance. It looks like we have some decaf coffee ready, and we've got some regular brewing. And here we have the hostess of the evening. Can you give us any tips on the physical setting of the small group meeting?
Sure. Give yourself a little time, probably about an hour, to get prepared. You have to set the chairs up nicely in your area, ours in the living room, and we make it as easy as possible in here. If you can label your stuff, it's easier, then they don't have to keep asking you which one's regular, which one's decaf, which one's whatever. We usually try to get hot water for tea, decaf and regular, and some cold drinks as well. And then someone will bring a snack and you prepare the paper plates, napkins, that kind of thing. Great thing to have every week at your house because you have to clean up every week, so keeps your house in order. Thanks.
Excellent thought. I appreciate those comments. As we look in here, we see that there is a dining room available, and at this location they put out the food in this dining area, and what that does is it actually spreads out the refreshments so that people can get to them a little more quickly, which is kind of nice. In here we see where the group is actually meeting. Now, your room may not be this large, or it may be a lot larger. We expect 18 tonight, so we put out 17 chairs with 1 extra ready to be put out into this opening. And you can see we have put them in such a way that we've worked very hard to get a circle. And the reason we've worked very hard to get a circle is because if you have anybody in the back row, they will naturally not contribute as much. They won't see some people, and a lot of people will not see them. So they won't feel like they're part of the group, and we don't want that to happen. You can see the leader here has spread out all of his material. It's not the neatest thing in the world, but it's a way he stays organized so he can move through the evening rather quickly. Let's see, what else do we have? One thing you have to watch out for is interruptions. At this point in time, this creature looks very innocent, but very soon this creature will become just a behemoth that is going to bother everybody. So for this creature, we try to keep them out of the way and not barking. Another interrupter is the telephone. One call every once in a while is not the biggest deal, but if it's something that happens all the time, then you may need to talk to your host about this. Kids, we're going to talk about kids at a different time, but if you do have kids that come, a sitter that comes, anything like that, it's nice to have a separate room, close but not close enough that they're really a distraction. And finally, depending on whether you're going to meet for 2 hours versus 90 minutes, and we will talk about the advantages and disadvantages of both at another time. If you're only meeting for 90 minutes, have your folks start showing up 15 minutes early to get refreshments. In that way, you are ready to start on the dot when you said you would, and your chit-chat time is largely kept to that time beforehand. And I would say most of all, we would be in agreement that no matter what your setting looks like, if it's filled with a lot of love and a lot of hospitality and kindness to everybody that comes, then it doesn't matter a whole lot what it looks like, because it will be successful. Thanks a lot. Brad Wright, smallgroupsrock.com, to your small group success. Rock on.